Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, staff, and special guests. Welcome to ASIJ's commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. We are honored for you to join us today as a reflection of our history of over 120 years as the American school in Japan. At this time, please silence your cell phones. 皆様、携帯電話をマナーモードにしていただくか、電源をお切りくださいますようお願い申し上げます。If you feel unwell during the ceremony, we have a nurse on site at the health center. 式典中、ご気分が悪くなられました場合、学校の看護婦がヘルスセンターで控えております。At the end of the ceremony, please wait to be excused after the graduates exit. At the conclusion of the event, please check for personal belongings and do not leave anything behind. 式典の最後に卒業生の退場の後、私どもが退場させていただくまでお席をお立ちになるのをご遠慮ください。式典が終わりましたら、皆様お忘れ物のないようよく確かめの上ご退場お願います。
Thank you, seniors. You can be seated. On behalf of our Board of Directors and Board of Trustees, I'm honored to welcome faculty and staff, parents, current students and alumni, friends, and most importantly, all of you, our soon-to-be graduates, to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2026 at the American School in Japan. Thank you to all the parents, staff, and faculty for all you have done to prepare these students for this moment. I sincerely appreciate you being here today, and I hope that you enjoy our program. I wanted to share with the graduates of 2026 a slightly longer version, just slightly longer version of a story I shared with some of your parents at the beginning of the year. The year was 1994 for me. I was 29 years old. You were nowhere near born. I was traveling around the world between careers, actually 11 months, with a backpack on my back with my then fiancée, now wife, Margaret. We found ourselves in New Delhi, India, and it was hot and it was humid. You think Tokyo in August. That's what it felt like. And we were young and we didn't have a big budget and we couldn't afford a hotel with air conditioning. So we decided, after reading in Our Lonely Planet, that we were going to do what people do to escape the heat in New Delhi, India, is you go north into the Himalayas. So we went to the train station with our backpacks on our back, and we bought our train ticket to get up into the Himalaya. And we had some time, so we went to dinner. And the details are a little bit fuzzy for me on how this happened. I can tell you what happened is that in the course of that breakfast, I bit into something and I cracked my tooth to the gum. My first thought was, I think I can wait for 5 months till I get home and I get to my dentist that I really trust. That was a silly thought. My next thought was, I need to find a dentist, and I need to find a dentist quickly, which we did. And so Margaret and I did some research, and we found a wonderful dental clinic in the expat community in New Delhi. And I went to our first appointment, and to get to the dentist's office, you walk through this narrow corridor, and then you enter the dental office, and it was beautiful. There were beautiful couches, beautifully appointed. Everyone was incredibly helpful to me, and the doctor was great. And I went to my first appointment, and the doctor said, you need 5 appointments in order to get a root canal and to cover that tooth. Oh, I was sad and a little bit mad. Like I said, we couldn't afford a hotel room with air conditioning. It was incredibly hot. I was frustrated, but there was nothing I could do. So we went and we got back to our youth hostel, and we hunkered down for 10 days in New Delhi. And I went to my first 3 appointments, and they were great. And you would enter the dentist's office, and there were people everywhere. Clearly, this was a well-regarded dentist. There was not usually a seat on the couches. And then came my 4th visit to the dentist's office. And this time we got out of our tuk-tuk and we walked up to that narrow corridor that I described to you. And this time there was a metal detector in the corridor, and there was an Indian soldier manning the metal detector. And I could tell he was in no mood for my questions, so I didn't ask him what he was doing there or why he was there this time, and he wasn't there all the other times. I just went through the metal detector, and so did Margaret, and we were on our way. We opened the door to the dentist's office. No one was there. We kind of walked in, and we did notice now, off in a corner, there was a single monk in an orange robe sitting on one of the couches. And I went up to the receptionist, and they said, oh, Mr. Niles, we're so sorry. We didn't know where you were staying in the city. We would have called you and told you not to come today. But since you're here, just why don't you sit down? You're going to need to be a little bit patient. We'll serve you. The doctor will see you, but you're going to need to wait a while. So Margaret and I sat on the couch, and I took out a book. I honestly don't remember what I was reading, but I remember that Margaret was reading Lonely Planet. It's about this thick. This is long before the internet, long before digital books. We were carrying that thick Lonely Planet book along with us. And I was reading my book, and Margaret, as is usual, was a little bit more attentive than I was. And About 15 minutes into our stay, one of the x-ray room of the dental office opened up, and someone came out, and they quickly went into where they were gonna have a procedure, where the dentist would do his work. And I wasn't really paying attention, but Margaret was. And Margaret elbowed me and said, "That was the Dalai Lama." And I said, "Come on." Sort of like the President of the United States or the President of India or the Pope was in the dentist's office with me. That didn't seem likely to me. I said, it was all fast. That must have been a mistake. And Margaret got out Lonely Planet, and sure enough, there's a picture of the Dalai Lama in there. And Margaret said, "I am telling you that the Dalai Lama is in this dentist's office." And so we read, and in Lonely Planet, they tell you what you're supposed to do if you ever get the opportunity to visit with the Dalai Lama, that you should make sure that you bow to the Dalai Lama first. And there was a whole set of things that you were supposed to do. And so we prepared ourselves. I'll admit, I wasn't so sure yet that this was actually happening. So we waited about 15 more minutes. And this time the procedure room opened, and I'll be darned, the Dalai Lama walked out of that room. And we were frozen. The room filled. I'm not sure. There'll be times in your life, maybe it's already happened to you guys, where someone enters a room and they fill it. It doesn't happen that often, but it happened to me in that moment. He just filled the room with something warm that I'm not sure I can describe. And we were frozen. We knew we were supposed to bow, but before we ever could, the Dalai Lama gave us the deepest bow you've ever seen, the softest smile and eye contact, smiled, laughed, and he was on his way. I tell you that story this morning for 3 reasons. The first is, I know many of you have led cosmopolitan lives. You've lived in different countries. I know not everyone, but many of you had. Many of you have. Keep traveling. The world is really big. And I use the word, and amazing, glorious, and I use the word traveling on purpose. Don't be a tourist, be a traveler. Get to know the people and the cities that you visit. The second reason I tell you that is sometimes in life, in the most frustrating moments, the universe makes sure that something wondrous happens. I didn't want to be in New Delhi anymore. I didn't want to be hot anymore. But because I was there, because I was inconvenienced, that story happened, and I'm able to share it with all of you today. The third reason I tell you that story is because of the warm-heartedness of the Dalai Lama. He had no reason to greet me. He didn't know me, probably would never see me again in his life. He was in the middle of a dentist's office, so he was probably a little distracted. I wasn't anyone to him. And he stopped, and he took his time, and he bowed, and he made eye contact, and he made sure that we knew that he cared about us. And so my message to you is to try to do that in your lives. Sometimes it's easier to do with family and friends, the people you work with, a little bit harder with the people you don't know. But practice that warm-heartedness with everyone you meet, and you'll get it in return. It's been an incredible honor, too short my time together with all of you, given that it's my first year at ASIJ. But it's been an honor to learn with you, and more importantly, to learn from you. Go out, do good, travel, and come back and share your stories with us. Thank you all. At this time, I welcome Student Body Class President Junu Min to the stage to introduce today's presenters and special guests.
Thank you, Eric. I would like to introduce the additional people here on stage today. Miss Amy Zuber-Meehan, our high school principal. Mr. Andy Jones, our associate high school principal. Mr. Mike Nelson, our Dean of Student Life. We'll be hearing from Dr. Naughton, who was elected by the class as the faculty speaker, and also our vocal jazz ensemble. Additionally, Mr. Eric F. Niles, our head of school, and Mr. A.G. Imai, chair of the board of directors, will be joining us on stage for the presentation of the diplomas. Thank you. At this time, sorry about that, it is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Becky Naughton as the student faculty speaker for the class of 2026. Dr. Naughton has not just been my teacher. She's been the best advisor I could ask for, a mentor and a friend I could always talk to. And I'm confident that's the case for many of us in here as well. Her hugs, high fives, and her interactively, aesthetically pleasing lesson slides, as well as the hundreds of personalized handshake thank you notes on her wall to each and every one of her students, shows that she always gives us 200% of herself. She has brightened up so many of our gloomy days, and she has guided us to become better versions of ourselves. And she has built an advisory family of the Naughty Gardeners, who would miss her very dearly as we leave ASIJ alongside her. On behalf of the Naughty Gardeners, I'm truly honored to welcome our MVP, Dr. Naughton.
Graduates, you have arrived at the end of your time here at ASIJ. You're all getting ready to embark on a new journey, whether you are staying in Tokyo or traveling to the other side of the world. And with that comes so many emotions: excitement, hope, maybe some fear and uncertainty. I know these emotions too, as Ryan and I are getting ready to do the same. And you should have all those emotions, but reframe your fear and uncertainty to allow you to say yes. Class of 2026, those are my two messages for you. Reframe it and say yes. Leaving a place as inspiring as ASIJ is not easy, but life is about making tough choices, about choosing to jump off stuff when you're nervous, about saying yes to big adventures. That's what fulfilling lives are made of. Say yes to the amazing chances you'll get. 15 years ago, my wonderful husband asked me to go teach overseas with him. My first instinct was to say no. We had a great life in Chicago. But Ryan reframed that for me, reminding me that we'd been fortunate, but we'd also seen our share of loss, and there's a big world out there that we could get to be a part of when others we loved didn't get to. We said yes to move to Beirut, to Kuala Lumpur, and then here, not knowing anything about ASIJ. It was scary, sure, but I can't even imagine my life if I didn't say yes. I wouldn't have gotten to know all of you, learned from all of you, laughed and danced in the hall with all of you. Sometimes it's scary to say yes, but you can reframe that fear knowing you've already done hard things. You've said yes to opportunities outside of your comfort zones. You said yes to trying ridiculously tough stunts for your second place Far East cheer routine. You said yes to performing in the courtyard in front of your peers. You said yes to try back out for a team after being cut and later became captain of that same team, reframing your defeat as a chance to prove yourself. You said yes to giving up your Saturday mornings to help others. You said yes to challenges with ABC Startup, iGEM, Enough is Enough, or the biggest challenge of all, what to buy your advisory white elephant gift when you forgot it was that day. Obviously, the answer is sweet potato. All of these challenges, these risks you have taken, are the things you will look back on with fond memories. These were all the times you reframed your fear and said yes. Sometimes we're so focused on what we want the future to be, what we will get when we do just like this one more thing, or what we think a successful life looks like, we forget that this is that life. Reframe how you look at time. Every stage of life is going to have challenges and successes. Stop wishing away time. Stop hoping for the weekend or some time in the future where you think everything's going to be better. Reframe it and be grateful for what you have right now. Your parents will tell you it seems like 5 minutes ago they dropped you off at kindergarten. Your teachers will tell you it doesn't seem like that long ago they taught you as squirrely, maddeningly, rambunctious ninth graders who couldn't be trusted to sit still for 5 minutes. And then we blinked, and here you are, grown-ish adults, off to live on your own. Life will go fast, but being scared to try new things, not saying yes, not reframing your fears will make the time go even faster. For 23 years, I've got to teach economics, psychology, or some social science subject, but what I've really got to do is watch young people become themselves, full of hope, full of promise, full of conviction, all of which our world needs. I've been fortunate to work with students who ask incredibly intelligent questions in one breath, just to turn around and say the wildest sentence you've ever heard in the next. My job has not just been to teach you Mr. MC or the Euphrates River, but to help you go beyond what you thought was possible for yourself, to help you reframe the challenges and say yes to opportunities. Every day, I wake up grateful that I found a job that I truly love going to. I got to work at ASIJ and be with all of you. I hope that you are as lucky as I am, doing something that feels worthwhile, sometimes challenging, and so extremely uplifting in the life you make for yourself. We get to make the choices about how we show up, how we frame our own days. I choose to frame each day with positivity. I could come to school and sit quietly in my room and not be loud and obnoxious, but then who would shower you with Friday bubbles and make you do handstands in the hall? Like, where's the fun in that? But even when you say yes, you're gonna get knocked down. How will you handle it when your perfect plans fail? Here's the thing. If you can't change it, it isn't a problem to be solved. It's a circumstance to deal with. You don't fight gravity, you build a plane to fly through it. Reframe the problem. You get to choose if you want to spend your day complaining about all the stress you have, or you can reframe it and think about how lucky you are to have so many things you're able to do. You can talk about the ways that life isn't fair, or you can reframe it and think of all the opportunities you've been given that others haven't. You can show up knowing that while those negative things might be true, you have so much more to be thankful for. How you show up impacts how others show up. Reframe how you show up. This reminds me of a deep learning reflection I read last year from someone sitting here. You guys know deep learning reflections, right? Like the thing you're gonna miss the most. You wanna do one right now? Talk about the significance? This student was reflecting on her identity and how that had changed in her junior year due to a knee injury that prevented her from being able to play her sport. Who was she if she wasn't the libero? She found a way to reframe how she was gonna show up. She would be an important part of the team by doing something seemingly simple, braiding her teammates' hair. While spending those few minutes with each member, she was part cheerleader, hyping them up, part therapist, listening to whatever was on their mind, part coach, doling out advice. In her beautifully written reflection, I found inspiration that has stuck with me. Bad things happen, terrible things, but how can we reframe it? How can we say yes to a new role on a team? My hope is that you stop trying for a perfect life and you embrace saying yes to an uncertain and exciting life. You reframe your fears. You get to decide what matters to you. You get to decide what kind of life to build, and you decide who to build it with. And I know that you all have what it takes to do this because you're Mustangs. It's been an honor to be a small part of your journey. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naughton. We're all very grateful for your thoughtful remarks today, especially the naughty gardeners. Now, we welcome our vocal jazz ensemble to the stage, including 3 graduating seniors. They will be performing a special piece for the class of 2026.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mion Fukikoshi, and we are the Vocal Jazz Ensemble, also known as VJE. So we have come today to sing at the graduation, and this is the first time in over a decade where there has been a musical performance at graduation. And I would like to share a little bit about the story behind this performance. It may sound a little goofy, but in freshman year, I came across a YouTube video of the 2014 ASIJ graduation performance. And as a freshman, I went up to my choir teacher, Ms. Callender, and I asked her, why don't we do this anymore? There are multiple reasons behind why we don't do the performances anymore, but ever since then, it has been my high school goal to bring back the tradition of singing at graduation or musical performances. The Deep Learning class has been a great opportunity to share the ideas for my goal and to talk to teachers and faculty members. I hope through this project I can leave something for the future ASIJ musicians and something that they can look forward to. Congratulations and thank you, class of 2026. This is for good. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet born from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me was made from what I've learned from you. You'll be with me, like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a sea dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness because I knew you. Because I knew you, I have been changed. For good.
To be honest, that song was beautiful and amazing. Next, please welcome Ms. Zuber Mihan, high school principal, for the presentation of the class.
We told the seniors tears were for yesterday. What a wonderful performance from our VGE group. Thank you so much. And what a privilege it is to be here with all of you today. Students, I feel like over my time here, you truly have changed me for the better. So thank you. And class of 2026, it is my honor this afternoon to celebrate all that you've done, all that you've given, and all that you have become. Today, we are graduating 141 seniors, including one early graduate. As our flags at our historic gate demonstrate, our graduates represent 23 different countries, and their paths through ASIJ are as diverse as they are. So we're going to take a moment this afternoon to acknowledge the journeys of our seniors. Students, if you would please stand as I mention the year you joined ASIJ. 14 seniors have been with us continuously since their days at Robot Park at the ELC. Please stand. We think back, standing here today, we think back to those first drop-offs for nursery and preschool with your tiny backpacks and your impossibly small shoes. And around that time, the Tokyo Skytree opened and was changing our skyline forever. NASA's Curiosity rover touched down on Mars, and a little puzzle game called Candy Crush quietly was taking over our phones as you napped. Thank you. Have a seat. Ten seniors have been with us since the days of Chofu's kindergarten. I invite them to stand. When this group joined us, Mount Fuji had just been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Yokai Watch Mania was taking over Japan, and every car ride and sing-along featured One Direction as we danced all day to the best song ever. Thank you. You may be seated. Eight seniors remember their first days in grades 1 or 2 fondly. Please stand. As you joined ASIJ, families were getting used to the big kid rhythms of elementary school, soundtracked to Let It Go. Speaking of, Marie Kondo had parents everywhere asking what sparked joy, which is a pro tip for all of you as you get ready to head off this summer. And Inside Out gave us new language for the big feelings that come with growing up. Thank you. You may have a seat. Fourteen seniors have been with us since grades 3, 4, or 5. Please stand. Across those upper elementary years, Fortnite Battle Royale took over lunch tables and homework schedules, while the mannequin challenge went viral. And PPAP made a pen, a pineapple, and an apple into one of 2016's strangest gifts to the internet. Speaking of, 2016 is back with a level of nostalgia that personally feels very unfair to the adults in the room because 2016 was approximately 5 minutes ago. Thank you. You may have a seat. "38 seniors joined the herd in middle school. I invite them to stand. When you were navigating the middle, our households were navigating a unique period of global history. We remember kitchen counters crowded with sourdough starters, escaping together into the virtual worlds of Animal Crossing, and Drive to Survive turning half the world overnight into F1 fans. The Verstappen-Hamilton 21 duel continues to give fans something to argue about. And yes, my final word on this, the GOAT, Lewis Hamilton, was robbed. Thank you. Have a seat. Finally, 58 seniors joined us in high school, and from then on, we were all in this together. I invite them to stand. You entered our high school hallways just as Japan reopened and ChatGPT arrived. You moved through high school during the Eras Tour, Barbenheimer, and Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout to win the World Baseball Classic. And this year, you capped it off by channeling the electric energy of Bad Bunny and turning class comps into your own iconic Super Bowl halftime show. Could I invite all of our seniors to please stand? You arrived in our high school as the world reopened. You leave hallways better than you left them. Along the way, you became the class of 2026. Thank you for joining me in celebrating this remarkable graduating class. Seniors, please have a seat. This year, we have a number of faculty and staff who are also departing ASIJ. Please join me in expressing our thanks and acknowledging their service. I will read their names. Their colleagues are clapping for them in their viewing rooms, and I invite us to clap at the end of the list. First, our interns with 2 years of service, Sam Lamzon and Kelly Yu. Our faculty with 3 years of service, Macaw Black Elk, Amy Carey, Ryan Carey, Pia Gardner, and Katie Walthall. 4 years of service, Becky Naughton and Ryan Naughton. 6 years of service, Diane Cokerdum-DePriest, and with 8 years of service and a senior mom today, Courtney Carrion. Colleagues, we thank you for your contributions to our community. Our students and as fellow colleagues, we are so fortunate to have you as role models and mentors. We're grateful for your service, and we can't wait to see what your next adventure brings you. Thank you. Class of 2026. Over the last 4 years, you haven't been a class that goes looking for the spotlight. You're usually pretty humble and pretty quiet. So maybe you'll wonder why I think it's actually incredibly fitting that 2026 is the year of the horse, or in this valley, the year of the Mustang. When we think of a Mustang, we often think of an animal defined by its wild spirit, its strong independence. Sure, but hear me out. A Mustang doesn't survive a harsh winter or rough terrain by proving it is wilder than everyone else. It survives because of its herd. When a storm hits, Mustangs tighten their formation. They face the wind together, protect each other's flanks, and look out for one another. And that is what I see in you. You are a class that knows how to lean on each other. You have shown the maturity to step up when a classmate is struggling, and the even rarer courage to ask for help when you are the one facing a challenge. Your legacy here isn't built on making noise. It is built on quiet integrity. You quietly and steadfastly held the line for our underclass people, showing them that being a Mustang means looking out for each other's safety and dignity. When things didn't go perfectly, because mistakes happen, and yes, of course, sometimes we mess up, you didn't hide. You took accountability and worked to make it right. You were also the first class to navigate brand new graduation requirements, and I'm not sure any other class could have given us the feedback we needed with quite the same honesty, practicality, and commitment to making the path better for everyone behind you. And you did all of this while quietly dominating everywhere you went. Your track record speaks for itself. You filled our rafters with championship banners, commanded the stage in this theater, built world-class Vex robots, hosted new dance festivals, showed up in service to others, and held your own in international forums. You're heading off on amazing next adventures. You prove that a steady herd can achieve incredible things without needing to boast about it, though I do love when the cheer team gets the whole crowd into it. So what advice do I have for a class that is already this grounded? I hope it's simple. Don't let a loud world drown out your quiet nature or shake your quiet confidence. We live in a culture that can feel chaotic, fractured, deeply polarized. It's a world where people think the only way to win is to shout louder than everyone else, to pull apart, to point fingers. It will try to convince you that you need to make noise to matter. Don't believe it. In a loud world, the combination of a quiet nature and a quiet confidence is actually your greatest superpower. True strength doesn't scream. It is the steady, grounded people who bridge the gaps, the people who listen, who take accountability, and who support others rather than break formation when things get difficult. And please do not confuse your humility with a lack of power. Mustangs are fiercely strong, and their strength has never been only individual. Yours isn't either. Your quiet confidence is anchored where it matters most, in the strength of your characters, in the trust you have built with one another, and in knowing that your herd remains with you even as the trail begins to split. With that kind of strength within you and around you, you don't need to have anything perfectly mapped out this afternoon. As you step forward into each new terrain, you just need to trust your footing, keep that quiet confidence, and remember, a Mustang never has to face the wind alone. Class of 2026, thank you for showing us that the most powerful leadership is often the quietest, and for leaving our herd better than you found it. We are incredibly grateful to you, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. All right. Let's transition to the presentation of the diplomas for the class of 2026. At this time, I'd like to invite ASIJ's Chair of the Board of Directors, Mr. A.G. Imai, and our Head of School, Eric F. Niles, to join me, Mr. Jones, Dr. Naughton, and Mr. Nelson in presenting the diplomas to our class. We will be presenting diplomas by advisory, with Mr. Jones and Dr. Naughton alternating turns in presenting our graduates. Our advisors have been a home base for our seniors throughout high school. These are the mentors and people who have known them, seen them grow, and walked through these 4 years alongside them.
Ms. Zuber Meehan, Mr. Eric Niles, and Mr. Imai, the following seniors have met the requirements for graduation from the American School in Japan, and we will present them to you at this time. First, Mr. Alcadre's advisory. Sarah Rachel Akiyama. Kaya Chatra. Miku Fukumoto. Shosuke Jitsumori. Leo Lindsley. Juna Mayazumi Shiroishi. Kabir Mehta. Noah Daniel Milstein. Mizuki Miyashita. Yasmin Othman Gomez. Ava Joan Piscopo. Mayu Tanaka. Emma Yamashita. Walter Michael Chukro.
And now for Miss Anjali's advisory. Elise Victory Chakro. Davi Toledo Nascimento Blickstein. Dylan Jonathan Carrion. Somong Hope Che. Murray Francis Critchley. Mark Hiroshi Fuji. Joshua Michael Ibrahim. Shiwan Kim. Isaiah Lee Armand. Ren Makino. Milano Miyajima. Caroline Mirai Melai Nagayumi. Caitlin Emmy Ozeki. Sophie Mariko Wolfson.
And now, Ms. Klein's advisory. Shawkei Chen. Jacqueline Elizabeth Draco. Maya Hijal. Carolyn Minami Holjo. Hain Yoon Kim. Megumi Grace Kurosu. Umi Oba. Alice Misaki Phillips. Eric June Segrin. Natalia Shilko. Hannah Hung Smith. Tom Takahashi. Konomi Stella Watanabe. Wenjin Z.
And now for Miss Chrissy's advisory. Kumi Anna Anderson. Sebastian Beardsley. Lachlan Minoru Carlson. Xian Jaeyoung Chang. Irene Ara Choi. Mika Heijin Furukawa Lee. Maya Gami. Hiroko Harigaya. Miho Imai. Nina Kasamatsu. Shivan Kotari. Hirohisa Nakayoshi. Daniel Alistair Olette. Jonathan Kento Yan. Ayana McElveen.
And now, Mr. Patali's advisory. Jasmine McElveen. Kaimuk Barlow. Berenice Paul Bredgen. Keito Fukuma. Timothy William Hageman. Serena Yuko Kozlo. Irina Mishustin. Soyoka Mizagami. Mai Murakami. Jae-wee Park. Nathan Swain. Yushiro Tanabe.
And now for Miss Gardner and my advisory. Upe Abukevi Chute. Sky I Aoki. Kaho Arai. Jason Yuki Barr. Jack Allen Draper. Mika Chengyu Epstein. Ruby Bell Hannum. Keita Hata. Theo Hayakawa. Alexandra Cahel. Lila Lewis. Tyler Daisuke Lowe. Junu Min. Sarah Sakane.
And now, Ms. Sutter's advisory. Lena Miyazaki Chung. Musashi Malcolm Coates. Ayrton Green. Miyuki Snowflake Grimel. Summer Saki Howell. Joel Sora Hutcherson. Sophia Sakura Kiefer. Kokoro Matsumura. Owen Shimada Rob. Scarlett Emma Bradshaw Spencer. Emily Kara Stout. Gwen Sai. Isabel Mika Suchida. Yunchan Zhao.
And now for Dr. Torshan's advisory. Satvik Anand. Rowan William Benner. Zita Lynn Colwell. Joe Henry Grady. Lucas Hiroyuki Hall. Rose Nap Mizushima. Mirabelle Abe Mizukoshi Lee. Zentaro Masato Tsujino Lewis. Wuchan Nam. Simon Oliver Nelson. Elizabeth Himawari Rexroad. Miyu Sonoda. Riku Edward Vargo. Chenyu William Yang. Sasha Yonikura.
And now, Ms. Teal and Ms. Hughes advisory. Zayden Ramatullah Ashraf. Mia Inaba Berkheimer. Maya Freed. Aurora Dumond Havenar. Seiji William Kampa. Hironobu Noah Kanda. Ellen Fuyu Lin. Reina Sophia Mai. Henry Jun Minamisawa. Kyrie Mohammed. Christina Capata Sampson. Charlie Alexander Scharf. Aoi Shiriishi. Mao Madeline Sun. Misha Totten Mayer.
And finally, Miss Katie and Miss Fabian's advisory. Lewis Hunter Mayer. Luis Afonso Rodrigues. Sarah Cassis. Kate Lane Clement. Rui Matthew Drabkin. Anna Aliza Fink. William Yuki Freund. Mian Fukikoshi. Sahana Kendall Kahl. Taisei Kwan. Elijah Said Pulacino. Julian Lawrence Schwabecker. Ammon Latu Wolf Summers. Sebastian Weed. Please welcome back to the stage Student Body Class President Junu Min to present the ASIJ Class of 2026.
Faculty, friends, and family, thank you so much in joining us on this very special day to celebrate the commencement of the class of 2026. To the class of 26. In our hands, we finally hold the small rectangle that shows we made it. But our journey has been anything but small or typical. As Ms. Sian pointed out, we are a rather quiet and humble grade. Yet, if there's one thing that this class has shown, it has shown that quiet does not mean passive, and humble does not mean weak. We have faced more than our fair share of difficult moments, but we have moved through them with a kind of calm resilience that has become our strength. I can't think of a way to summarize this class in a single sentence. But if you know me, you know that I like to see things through a mathematical lens. So, I do think I have an idea for a class of 2026 formula that defines us. It would be something like, get ready guys. The function is defined as 2026x plus 2 times opening parentheses e to the power of sine squared x plus cos squared x minus x closing parentheses plus natural logarithm of e to the x plus some constant c. As you can probably tell, there will be math in this speech. So I apologize in advance for those who don't like math, especially calculus. But bear with me, as I promise this equation has a point. This formula, which represents us, is composed of many components. First, there are the variables. These are the unpredictable external factors that challenged us. There were many moments when it felt like we were the test subjects of major changes. We started high school alongside generative AI. We were the first class to be mandated to take a 6,000 level, 2-year-long deep learning seminar course. And every day, especially the first few weeks of freshman year, was a struggle against starvation as we tried to adjust to the 1 p.m. lunchtime. And then there are the constants, the rather internal traits that allowed us to push through the aforementioned variables we faced. We navigate through challenge with resilience and adaptability. Watching AI generate increasingly realistic Will Smith slurping pasta videos year after year, we became more responsible users of technology. Through deep learning, we became more critical and independent thinkers, more conscious of ourselves, self-driven, and mindful of the impact we live here on the ASIJ community. And we compensated for the later lunchtime by abusing our expanded kiosk rights. The next notable trait that comprises the constants in our formulas sound quite contradictory. We can be incredibly silly, yet incredibly serious at the same time. Admittedly, there are many times when that silly-serious balance was disturbed and we were, well, let's just say, overly skewed towards silliness. I'm pretty sure a lot of us share some trauma from the ceiling tile incident during the Kyoto-Osaka trip. Or the many times we promised we'd lock in after a short bathroom break, only to take a 20-minute kiosk run and proceeding to get killed by Mr. Fisico afterwards. But sooner or later, we would snap out of it, ready to lock back in. Don't believe me? Just ask our teachers. They described us as the least senior-rated grade that they have seen in a while. This is a direct quote from Mr. Boppy. On a scale from 0 to 100, our senioritis level is a 2 at most. I know. I was surprised too. But it's not just in academics we maintain the silly-serious balance. Somehow turning pie eating into a defining athletic performance, singing legendary class comp raps, cheering as we come out on top of the seniors in tug of war, and collectively coming together to practice holding bushes, trees, and flags the day of us taking home the victory in dance comps just this May. We show up fully whenever needed, whatever the context is. So well done, class of 26. Or, to embrace our silly serious vibe, well done, class of 6'7" minus 41. I'll be more serious now. I'm sorry. Another important constant in our class of 2026 formula is our families and our teachers. We wouldn't have been able to push through so much variability without them. It's an understatement to say that my parents have been my #1 supporters throughout my ASIJ journey. The 20 minutes my mom devoted every single morning to slamming my light switches on and off, fighting to separate me from my blanket, or telling my Alexa to blast loud BTS music until I get up, didn't seem like much in the moment. But over the course of 12 years, that's over 48,000 minutes, or more than an entire month, that she had to come up with schemes to try to get me up and ready for the day. I'm confident that the parents and families of all of us in here were just as supportive. So to all the parents and families here, thank you. We appreciate every action, every sacrifice you make for us. You don't just torture us every morning to ensure that we get to school on time, but provided us the stability that allowed us to be where we are today. No matter how small or seemingly insignificant your actions and your support seemed like in the moment, it really adds up exponentially over the decade. Next, I would like to thank our teachers. School has always been a wonderful place for us, thanks to the dedication and enthusiasm of our teachers. Whether it be through always having snacks for us to plunder, getting electrically shocked for a live science demonstration, or challenging us to online snowball fights to teach, you made ASIJ feel like a place we're genuinely excited to show up to every day, even at 8 a.m. Thank you so much. Now, I know that there's been a lot of math jargon throughout this speech, and yes, I do also very much know that this class of 2026 formula looks very, very messy and complicated. So how do we make sense of it? This is where a skill we learn to master through deep learning comes to play: metacognition. The metacognitive strategy to approach messy math problems, or any type of problem for that matter, is to approach it fundamentally. The calculus equivalent of it would be to take the derivative of a function, which reveals characteristics like its slope and curvature. When we take a step back and ask ourselves questions like why and so what, we become attentive. We begin to see things more deeply, notice the quiet things, and learn what it means to help each other feel like they truly belong. And if we were to take the derivative of that initial messy class of 2026 formula that I just showed you, meaning that we step away from the constant care of our parents and teachers and strip away all the external variables, chaos, and unpredictable circumstances of our lives, the result is extremely simple. It is just 2026. Now, that wasn't just because the variables in our lives simply all disappeared, but rather it's because every variable, every challenge, every unexpected hurdle we faced was anchored by our constants, our adaptability, our vibe, and the people who supported us throughout our journey. Ultimately, this balance is what defined the final answer, us, 2026. And this is a lesson we should carry forward. Balance does not necessarily imply everything stays the same. Balance can happen in a dynamic state. It can represent adjustments as everything around us changes. It can mean taking life seriously while maintaining our humor. And it can also mean remembering that even when the equation looks overwhelming, we can find a way to make it work. So, class of 2026. As we leave ASIJ, I hope we recognize and maintain the constants in our lives. I hope we keep noticing the quiet gestures, the small moments, and the people who helped us along the way. Because only then can we maintain the balance that has guided us so far and will continue to guide us throughout the rest of our lives. Thank you. Before we close today's ceremony, I'd like to invite our guests in the NPR and cafeteria to now line in the high school lobby to the courtyard to applaud our graduates as they make their way to the gate. And courtyard to applaud our graduates as they make their way to the gate. Class of 2026, please stand. Please turn and face the audience. Move your tassels from right to left. Family and friends, I present to you the graduates, the class of ASIJ 2026.
Thank you for attending ASIJ's commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed this memorable experience. Please collect your Emma board and baby photos in the high school lobby at this time. Thank you.